Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading. I'll be doing your reading in two parts. The first part is going to cover your relationships and love life, and the second part is going to cover your finances. Please remember these are general readings. They're not going to apply to every Virgo watching. I invite you to have a look at your other placements or book a personal reading. I'm available to read online and in person. I read in person from the Q for Tarot at Jahi, Abuja. Okay, so going to be quick messages, straight to the point. Messages about Virgo's relationships this week. 9 of Blades in reverse, the Moon upright, first of Buttons in reverse. 9 of Blades, also known as the 9 of Swords, normally deals with anxiety. So I think it being in reverse says, Virgo, you are no longer anxious for about something. And I think the reason is because you realize that you don't have all the information yet, because with the Moon, it talks about things still being hidden. And you that further reinforces why the first of Buttons, the Queen of Wands, is in reverse. The Queen of Wands is usually very outspoken, very confident, very vibrant, very attractive, very confident. Comes up in reverse. So I think you're starting to chill this week, Virgo, in your relationships. You might have been anxious about something, but then you're coming to realize that you don't know everything just yet. So you're biding your time. I think that's what it is. Okay, well, let's get 3 cards to clarify the 9 of Blades. Why are you no longer anxious? How have you, or what was making you anxious? What was the anxiety about? About a missed opportunity with the Ace of Coins in reverse, the first Star of Blades in reverse, and the 7 of Buttons in reverse. Yeah, because there might have been something you would have thought was a golden opportunity, and you not speaking on it with the first Star of Blades in reverse, you not being quick, cutthroat, blunt about it, is leading to the 7 of Buttons in reverse. 7 of Buttons deals with facing challenges. So yeah, you're no longer, there's a missed opportunity, or what you consider a missed opportunity, that is affecting how vocal you are, and but you're not facing any challenges, so you're just deciding to wait. You're trying to figure stuff out. So you might have felt, for singles, being single and watching your words is keeping you out of toxicity. Those in relationships, you're no longer anxious because you're trying to work with what you have. You're tired of fighting. Yeah. Well, let's see what's being hidden. What is time going to reveal? That you have to trust the process of things. With Temperance, you have to walk away from what no longer serves you. 8 of Vessels upright, and the first of Vessels in reverse, also known as Queen of Cups in reverse. Time is going to reveal that you probably have to walk away from this, and that's why you're not confident about this. You're trying to figure shit out, and that's what it comes off as anyway. You're trying to figure things out, and you're walking away from what no longer feels good to your soul. What is making you question your intuition, question yourself. You're tired of second guessing yourself. things that you would rather be vocal about and grab as opportunities are things that you are shying away from because you're just tired of all the drama. You're tired of having to prove yourself. Okay, let's clarify the first half patterns and why are you well, this might be you not being interested or you no longer being confident. Let's clarify that and then I'll do a general overview. Clarifying the first half patterns, got the 9 of coins in reverse, okay, the 8 of coins in reverse, and the Warrior of Blades upright. Virgo, I think you're ready for the conversation. You don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel fulfilled in this relationship. With the 9 of, you don't feel abundant or fulfilled. This came up in reverse for you. The 9 of coins. 8 of coins talks about working on things, building, comes up in reverse. What comes up right though is the Warrior of Blades. You're going to have that conversation. You're no longer anxious because you realize that there are things that no longer serve you, that you've been waiting to see how things are going to play out. And I think what is playing out is you just feel you are losing touch with your intuition. You're tired of second guessing yourself, Virgo. This is not working for you. So your relationship is looking like you're going to have some tough conversations, proactive conversations. Prior to this, you might have been having one-sided conversations where you were domineering the conversation because you were trying to be assertive about what you wanted, but in a bid to stop fighting, you're tired of the challenges. In a bid to stop fighting, you decided to wait to see how things play out. And what you're realizing is that there's high indications that you should walk away from what no longer serves you, because remaining in this situation is affecting your confidence. You're not able to regulate your emotions with the 4-star of vessels, also known as the Queen of Cups, coming up in reverse. For singles, it does seem like you are realizing your worth. You are realizing your worth. The more time you spend by yourself, the more you acknowledge how good it feels to have walked away from what no longer serves you, and you're no longer putting into what you are not looking forward. You have no intentions to develop things that make you feel less attractive, or you're not trying to get into a relationship with anybody that makes you second guess yourself or question yourself, or somebody that takes dips at your self-esteem, and you're actually being vocal about it. Yeah. So Virgo is being outspoken this week. You've tried to make this work, but I think it's time to call quits on this, Virgo. Okay. All right. So let's get into messages about your finances. Messages about your finances for Virgo. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, I started posting shots on TikTok as well. It's the Q for Tarot as well on TikTok and on Instagram. So feel free to follow me there, so that because I always link, especially on, I always link or let you know when your videos are up, and I put like excerpts from each reading, so you have an idea what you are coming to watch later on YouTube. Okay, let's get into messages for Virgo's finances this week. 12 buttons in reverse. Okay, decision time. Are you refusing to make a decision? Okay, you might be distracted with the Bearer of Vessels. There's a decision that you might have to make, but it does seem that you are distracted. That is way too many. It does seem that you are distracted because you want to offer your cup somewhere else. There's something else that is catching your attention, something else that is tugging at your heartstrings. So you are conserving your energy, especially about making a move. It might be a physical move as well. It might involve travel, so it might be you might not want to travel about this. One more card. First of buttons upright. So yeah, Virgo, concerning your finances, there's a decision that you are avoiding or just outright refusing to make because there's a battle between what you actually want to do and how you present yourself. You are having a conflict between your emotions and your practicality, or you are really trying to control your emotions. Pick the option that gives you opportunity to learn on the job and grow, and the option that allows you to exercise freedom once you have been introduced to the concept, because it's still a concept. It's still a concept, but it should be a concept that you fully stand in your power to execute. Okay, well, let's find out more about this decision that is coming up this week in your finances, Virgo. The Star upright. Okay, you might be put in the spotlight, but you have to remember to take care of yourself, though, Virgo. You are able to perform better when you feel better. You know how when you're flying, they always let you know if there's turbulence. Wear your mask first before you wear somebody else's mask. And you can see that represented there. Remember to wear your mask. Break free from things that make you feel restrained. Acknowledge your emotions. Okay, prioritize your self-care. You need to take care of yourself and remain grounded. Yep, because you really have to examine this, because this is time to take stock so you know what to develop and move forward with. With the 7 of Coins upright. The Bearer of Buttons in reverse. Okay, if you're trying to filter this decision out, I'm still not sure what this decision is right away. You would know, Virgo. But whatever these two decisions are, pick the ones that make you feel whole, that don't deplete your energy. Pick the ones that you actually have experience with, because that's what the 7 of Coins is. You're lining up all the coins that you've previously built and you're examining them. So pick the one that makes you feel whole, that doesn't make you feel, excuse me, pick the one that makes you feel whole. Pick the one that you have history with. Don't pick the one that is going to require you starting from scratch. It's not the time to start anything new right now. Instead, you are being advised to work with, and that's the thing, work with what you're already familiar with. Work with what you're already familiar with. So let's see, what is this dream? What do you actually truly secretly want to do? 9 of Coins in reverse. Okay, a bit too soon to speak. The Hanged One upright. Okay, the 4 of Buttons in reverse. Be careful though, Virgo. This little idea that you are focusing on, that you would rather do, it's not looking quite abundant. It does look like things are going to be difficult, and it's going to require you looking at things from a different perspective. But then there's no longevity with the 4 of Buttons in reverse. There's no longevity here. So Virgo, okay, these are two options. You're trying to decide between starting something new from scratch, something that you're actually passionate about, or something that's going to require you being more out there, being in front of it. Okay, well, let's see if this is a better option, because this option that you are flirting with, this new option that you are interested in, but you are not quite, it hasn't fully cooked. I don't think it's gonna cook. Doesn't look like it's gonna cook. It's going to make you literally bend over backwards. You're gonna bend over backwards. All for what? For literally nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, let's see more about the second option, which requires you probably judgment in reverse. Okay, which requires you being more in front. We put you right in the place of fire. Three of vessels upright, and one more. Six of buttons upright. Virgo, you have a decision. This is a tough decision you have to make, though. I envy you not. I envy you not. Because this second option, although it's going to give you a sense of community, and you're going to be successful with it, it's going to make you question your morals, your ethics in some way. No wonder you don't want to make a decision. No wonder. I don't blame you, because these are two vastly different options that you have. One would open you to more experiences, with you having to see things from a different perspective. That's the pros of this option. You will, yeah, but it's not going to be financially fulfilling, and it's not going to be long term. So if you want to consider this option, just look at it at, okay, I'm just learning from this. This is not a long term, this is not just something that I'm curious about, and yeah, and I would like to step in this person's shoes or experience this side of business, or this. So this might be a partnership. Does it look like a partnership? Yeah, it does look like a partnership, but you are coming up as very solo in this. So this might mean you collaborating with people, but it's not going to be long term, and it's not going to pan out as it's financially. You're actually going to. It's going to cost you a bit. It's going to cost you a bit. It's not going to grow, and it's going to cost you a bit. The second option is going to you develop a sense of community, and you'll be successful about it, but it's going to make you question your morals and question your ethics. It might involve a bit of eye service as well, but you build a community from it, and you're going to be successful. You'll be able to successfully execute. Yeah, you'll be successful at the other option, but you question your ethics and your morals. So what's more important to you? What's more important, Virgo? I don't know. If anything, let's go back to the beginning. Filter both of all these two options, because either way you benefit. Either way, I always say there's nothing like knowledge lost. So even though you're not going to it's not going to be like a long-standing contract or deal, maybe something temporary. Even though that might be the case, you actually come off with experience, and then you will learn to trust yourself better in the future. With the Hanged Man, you learn how to mitigate in the future. That's one side. The second side is it might make you step out of your comfort zone, and I think it's not just things that you've actually held on to for a very long while, things that you actually would believe would affect, I don't know, your salvation or something. I don't know why I just got called to say that, but yeah, it's going to make you take back some things that you might have said you would never do, but then you develop a community out of that, and you're going to be successful. Right. So if anything, if you I am even confused for you, Virgo. I am confused for you. But okay. Let this be your criteria, your filters. Am I able to show up and take care of myself? Am I going to recover from this? Think about that. What really do I want to continue building with? I really have to look at my finance, what are the state of my finances, and what experiences can my finances afford me at this point. How free do I feel to express myself? That are the three options. How fulfilled do I feel? Do I feel emotionally attacked? Am I able to feel refreshed? How am I able to take care of myself and regulate my emotions? Can I recover from this? How are my finances going to look after this? Can my finances currently afford this business adventure or expenditure? How free do I feel? How free do I feel to explore things that I am passionate about in these two connections, Virgo? All the best. It looks like you're literally at the crossroads between two major life-changing decisions at this point, Virgo, and you are refusing to choose, but you're going to have to choose. So I hope some of this helped you. All right, Virgo, remember to like, share, subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.